My name's Rob Smith, I'm the Chief Operating Officer, I work for Dagex Limited. So my day-to-day role is that I'm basically tasked with overseeing all the activities of the development teams and making sure that all of our games are being developed to become interesting products. I started in Dagex in 2003, so I've been here over 6 years now. I was recently promoted to Chief Operating Officer. I think since taking on the job, it's obviously brought a lot of new challenges, but actually the work I'm doing is even more fulfilling than in the previous role. There are a lot of things which are challenging, but for the most part they're very interesting, and I think that's my greatest motivation. I think as a 6-year-old, what I probably wanted to be was Ian Rush. I had sort of full Liverpool kit, and I remember I used to embarrass my parents. If we go into town, I'd be there sort of walking around with my shin pads on. I would have worn football boots if I'd been allowed to. So I definitely probably wanted to be a footballer at that age. Never had the tash, no, or the talent. At school, I was quite laid back. I didn't take school at all that seriously. The subjects I really enjoyed at school were sort of the design and the art-based subjects. I really liked the creative side. The subjects I was better at, though, were sort of science-based. Talking to teachers, talking to sort of careers advisors, reading around the subject. I sort of happened on human-computer interaction and understanding sort of almost from a design perspective what made a good program, what made a good bit of software. And I think when I had that realisation, I could start to see, well, okay, this is something I want to learn more about. This is probably somewhere I want to study more about, and I could see maybe a career in it. I suppose what brought me to Dagex was just really needing a job after university. I had this good degree, it was a 2-1. I thought, wow, I can get any job I want now. And actually the reality is you're up against people with 5 or 10 years worth of experience. My big break really came when Dagex advertised a job in a local Cambridge paper for an office assistant. And I thought it was a great way to sort of enter into the computer gaming industry. I didn't really expect a career out of it at the time, but quite a lot of it has sort of come from there. In terms of influence for what career path I've chosen, definitely point towards my parents, who gave me a lot of support in terms of the studies that I was following and pursuing. My parents came from quite traditional backgrounds. Father's an accountant and my mother was a music teacher. They were a little sceptical about the computer games industry, and they did wonder what I was doing with my career. I think since then they now have a very different opinion of Dagex, and they've seen sort of how they've managed to develop me as an individual, the training they've given me and the support they've given me to sort of really build me up as someone who now has a very strong career. Getting the job at Dagex started me on a good path, but I've had a lot to learn. I came in, I was quite naive. The big turning point, I think, was really having strong individuals within the company take me under their wing and show me sort of the error of my ways, show me how I could improve things, how I could develop things. And then once they'd done that, give me the sort of authority and empowerment to be able to go and do that myself and sort of act on everything that I'd learned from them. Outside of work, I think sort of big passions are travelling. I enjoy sport, sort of watching and doing. I recently started running with a number of the guys at Dagex, and we're sort of slowly going up the distances. I enjoy watching movies, and obviously, like most people at Dagex, enjoy playing computer games. It's a nice sort of break from reality, it's a nice way to unwind, but it's also interesting to see what other people are doing. So I think in terms of the next steps of my career, we're really just sort of mastering this new role. I'm very new to it, I've only been doing it 3 or 4 months, and I really just want to become very good at it. I think it's something that's going to take a lot of work. It's a brand new role within Dagex. It's really about sort of carving out the role for myself. I think the environment at Dagex is one that sort of allows you to build a long, strong career. We've got a lot of people who've worked with us for many years, and I think actually the working relationships you can build with these people allow you to further your own career.